Barry has asked, I've completed the story level checkpoints and started my first ever story level revision. Congrats, Barry! How much actual sentence wordsmithing of the first draft do you suggest at this stage? As I go through and implement my revision tasks, I want to rewrite every sentence, but I know we should only focus on the big ticket items and high level overview. Do you have any tips, tricks, or pearls of wisdom to help me fight the urge to rewrite everything? Thanks. I have a couple, because yes, you're not alone. I have a couple. For me personally, I allow myself one rewrite of a sentence. If I'm building my story level revision, and I usually am like copying and pasting stuff over from the first draft. I call it a Frankenstein revision. I talk about it a little in the course. I have a blog post about it if you wanna look at the blog posts about my Frankenstein revision process. But I'm usually copying and pasting stuff over. So if I reach a sentence that I'm like, oh, that's a crap sentence, I'm just gonna rewrite that sentence. I give myself like one revision of the sentence, maybe two. But if I find myself tinkering with a sentence, I know I've kind of crossed the line and now I'm in a page level revision and I have to pull myself out. So, to give yourself a little bit of a limit maybe works for you, maybe doesn't. Another thing that I will often do is I will leave myself notes and I will say, I don't like the sentence. That's it. And if I have an idea for the sentence, I might say like, rewrite with less verbs or whatever. Instead of actually rewriting it, I give myself a little bit of direction. And that way I know that future me will find that note and they will take care of it. And it just kind of takes the weight off my chest of like, phew, I don't have to worry about it. Future me's on it. It's funny because a lot of times I'll come back to those notes and I'll be like, this sentence is fine. Move on. So that reminds me again that I don't need to be tinkering with sentences because maybe they're fine and I'm just distracting myself with sentence tinkering when I should be doing story level stuff. So that's a second tip you might want to try, is just leaving yourself a little comment. The third one, which is the hardest one, but I find is actually the most satisfying, is when I come to a sentence that I want to revise because I'm like, oh, that sentence is just not right. Sometimes I will tell myself, if it bothers you now, it will bother you later and you will fix it later. And that's, again, sort of lets me off the hook and reminds me that if it really is a bad sentence, then the future me, who has a lot more experience with this story and knows exactly how everything fits together, the future me will catch it too, and she will fix it. And that's sort of a really interesting experiment to play with yourself. And it just it's a little bit of a trust game. You have to trust that if it bothers you now, it will bother you later. And if it doesn't bother you later, and you just skim right through it, then maybe it wasn't that big of a problem. So those are 3 little mind hacks you might try. Giving yourself limits, leaving yourself notes, and maybe just trusting yourself to find it later if it really is that bad. Try that and see what happens. If you enjoyed this video, we've got a lot more on writingmastery.com. Check the description for links to our blog, free writing tools, and more. Happy writing.